Hello. Happy Thanksgiving if you're here in the United States. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day, because we don't celebrate the rotten stuff. We give honor where honor is due. Big story about my Thanksgiving. About 10:30 this morning, Madeline was already supposed to have been here cooking, and she wasn't. And she texted me and she's like, I woke up so sick. I don't want anybody to catch what I have. So do you just want to not have Thanksgiving, or do you want Robbie, her husband, to bring the food over there and you can start cooking it? I told her to do that. And then Courtney was like, I want to have Thanksgiving at my new house. I want to cook the food. So then another change of plans. Robbie, don't bring the food here. Take it to Courtney's house. So now it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Courtney is just starting to cook the food. She's just starting to get the turkey prepared and get it in the oven. So we're probably going to be eating late, but that's okay. This just doesn't feel like Thanksgiving to me now. I feel really bad that my daughter's sick, but I'm kind of bummed. I'm kind of bummed because, like, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and normally it's a big day. This is the first... Why is this making me cry? Ooh, there's something in there. I just started crying out of nowhere. I didn't expect to cry. Anyways, this is the first time in my adult life that I have not gotten up and had Thanksgiving and had someone to share it with. Normally it's a big day. I mean, as it is with most Americans, but like Thanksgiving and Christmas are my favorite holidays, and Thanksgiving I normally get up so early. You know, you're preparing for a couple of days beforehand. You're baking and you're doing all the things and getting your table ready, and it's a big deal. And then the day of, they usually sleep in, but I get up bright and early and I have this whole routine, and I get the turkey ready and in the oven, and I make up some charcuterie boards and this cheese dip I normally make, and just get everything all set out and make like a big bowl of some kind of punch or cider or something, and like it's a whole spread. And then we watch the parade, the Macy's Day Parade on TV, and like it's tradition. And to me, tradition is everything. Like things are very important to me. So anyways, this year, nothing. I didn't buy one thing, I didn't cook one thing, I didn't bake one thing. I was just here by myself. And while I'm trying not to read too much into it, because really I'm fine. I'm fine. It's a lovely day. It's a peaceful day. But if I take even a second to think about it, you see what happens. It makes me sad. You know, I knew that I've been an empty nester for a little while. I mean, I always had Amelia. We always joked that she was never leaving. She was going to be 60 and still here. But I always thought that I'd at least have a partner, like have Fred. He did offer for me to come over there today just to spend time with him and his family. But it's not the same thing. That's not what I'm looking for. So anyways, I'm gonna be fine. This is fine. My life is amazing. This is a peaceful, lovely day. I feel horrible that my daughter is sick, and I'm wishing her well. We're gonna have a great family dinner tonight. But in this moment, there's nothing about this day that feels like Thanksgiving. And I'm like, is this my new normal? makes me sad. Good morning. It's the day after Thanksgiving. It is Black Friday here in the United States. I never have gone out for Black Friday, ever. I will shop online for Black Friday or for Cyber Monday, but I will never go out there. I don't care the deals that they get. I don't want to deal with those crowds. But anyways, this is traditionally the day that I always decorate for Christmas. So I'm starting that process, and this is the first year that I'm here by myself doing it. So this is going to be interesting. But I can do it. I have no doubt that I can do it. I can stand on my own 2 feet, right? This is how we keep our root chakra from getting blocked, is I'm grounding my feet. I don't know if you can see. So I'm just standing, planting my feet really firmly on the ground, and I'm reminding myself that I am capable and I'm able to stand on my own 2 feet, and I am safe in this situation, and I am taken care of. And for my solar plexus chakra, I'm like, I've got this. I can stand in my own power. I can got this. It's morning, bear with me. But I have this. I've got this. Now, these aren't always conscious conversations that I have out loud like they are when I'm talking with you guys. But in my head, those are the things, you know, I'm like, I've got this. I can stand on my own 2 feet. I consciously plant myself firmly on the ground. It's when you start doubting yourself, you're like, how am I going to do this? This is so much work. That's what causes issues with your chakras. So I've got this. Even if it takes me a long time and takes a couple days and some ibuprofen. I've got this. So right now I'm going to moisturize and do my hair and probably have some coffee. Can you guys see this birthmark on the back of my neck? I don't know if you can see it. So I recently had another past life regression that I did not film, and one of the in that lifetime, the person had been beheaded. And I was told that this birthmark is related to that. Interesting. So as far as Cleveland goes, that's nothing. That's like, it's springtime. But I was gonna be out there on a ladder today hanging Christmas lights. And now I don't know that I want to be on a ladder hanging Christmas lights if it's that cold. I was trying to decide what to have for breakfast, and I'm like, hello? It's the day after Thanksgiving. You're going to have what most Americans are having, leftovers, because yum. I'm kind of disappointed I don't have as many as I would normally have because I didn't host. So I only got enough for like 2 meals, but I couldn't save it. I couldn't wait. And I'm like, ooh, and then I have pumpkin pie. So for breakfast, I'm having leftover turkey, sweet potato casserole, cranberry sauce, and I had a deviled egg already. So down the hatch, yummy. Okay, well, I did it. It's like, don't do it, girl. I'm not gonna do it. I was just thinking about it. I did it. Yeah, I trimmed my plant. There was a comment on my last vlog where I asked if you guys knew anything about plants and if it would still be okay to prune them at this time of the year. And someone commented and said that they think it should be fine. And you know what? Whether it's fine or not, it's done. It was too much. It was like someone whose hair has grown all the way to the ground, and in theory that sounds all romantic and beautiful, but in reality it's probably a tangled mess and it's probably heavy and giving her headaches. Anyways, it needed done. This is what's left over, and yeah, that's so long. And this is what is still remaining. I mean, there's still plenty there. She's nice and full. One down. What to do with all of this? So I just went through all of them and cut them into smaller pieces that still have like root nodes, and some of the aerial nodes on these things are really big. So normally I would put these like in a glass or a jar of water with some rooting hormone or something and let those sprout, but I mean, come on, I would have to use my whole bathtub. This is so many. There's so many. So I'm gonna go out to the garage. I'm going to just plant them as is. We're gonna request the most benevolent outcome, and then I'm going to water them with rooting hormone. And I'll show you all of that as we do it. Fingers crossed, here we go. So what I want to do, I think, is I'm going to find some I left longer, like this, with some leaves on them. And I'm going to make a pile of those. And then I also have other ones that are just stem with roots on them. And I'll make a pile of those. Because I'm going to take those and like put them, wrap the pot in here and like put them on the soil and hold them in place with like hairpins, like this. See, this is just this. I'm gonna lay this in here and hold it in place with some hairpins. But then as it starts growing, it will fill the pot in and you'll get a bushier plant, I think. See how I'm just laying them in the dirt? And then I'm gonna take a hairpin and hold them in place. I don't know if you can see this, but I have like wide hairpins. I'm dropping these everywhere. But I'm just going to, I'm not going to squish them, but if not, they kind of raise up and do their own thing. So I'm just going to hold them in place. And I made 3 very full plants. This is the rooting hormone that I have, the root stimulator. It says this has to be diluted, it's a concentrate, it has to be diluted 3.5 tablespoons per gallon of water. So I filled up my gallon of water and I am going to dilute this and then give them a good water and let them sit over here by the door and soak up some sunshine. Since I do still have to multitask, I can't just have a day of all fun. I need to take this time when I'm sitting here drinking my coffee to do something else. While it is okay to rest, and I talked about that in one of my other vlogs, it is also important to know when to not rest. I have a video due in the morning, and so I recorded a little something yesterday, just something quick to answer a question, and I'm gonna edit that, at least start working on editing that and get that going to post in the morning for you guys.
Let's go outside, the snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me with a smile, it's quirky. We're holding hands, we keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas songs that we love. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents.
First ornament on the tree. 2021. Yes, bitch. I always admire everybody else's Christmas trees and stuff when they do them in newer theme. Like this year we're doing Scandinavian, this year we're doing all black, that kind of thing. I'm like, oh, that's cool, but I can never do that. Like, I'm so traditional when it comes to upholding traditions and creating continuity that way. To me, there's a sense of comfort and safety in that, if that makes any sense. It's the known and the expected, and that, I don't know, it just feels like it wraps me in security. So this Christmas tree skirt, I bought this 1995 at Lowe's when they very first built a Lowe's in our town. They had Christmas tree stuff. They had Christmas stuff, and I bought this. Courtney was just a couple years old. Darren was maybe a year old. Sometimes I toy with the idea of buying a new one, and I'm like, I just can't. I can't. So here it stays. Okay, onward. At the end of the day, my home looks beautiful and feels cozy. This was a difficult weekend for me, full of emotions and vulnerability. It's important to remember that there's nothing wrong with that, though. What I'm feeling is a normal and valid reaction to a sad and difficult situation. Transitioning is never easy. Empty nesting is hard, breaking up is hard, and when you have both of those things, it can be even tougher. Most days I am just fine, and I love living alone. But healing isn't linear, and during what are normally special moments that I share with those I care about, I was feeling just a little more fragile than usual. And that's okay. It's important to feel what I'm feeling and not let it get stuck inside. Feel it and keep it moving. And that's just what I plan to do. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love every one of you. Until next time.